Hi and welcome. It's now time to use our eggs that we made in a previous tutorial. We will make an egg car and animate it so it will drive around on a circle on a table. I will hide and remove all the unnecessary objects. We just need to use one of these eggs and add a circle. Increase the radius of the circle. In this case, I believe it's about 14 meters in diameter. And add a subdivision surface modifier, so the circle is more circular, and I will apply that immediately. Jump into edit mode, select all and extrude, release that and then press S on the keyboard to scale it down. At the end, I'm pressing M on the keyboard and choose Merge at Center. Placing this table, we will make a table of it below the egg. And I will also apply the scale of it. Jump into edit mode again. Go to the face selection mode, press A on the keyboard to select all, and then E on the keyboard to extrude it down in the Z axis. Now we will add a curve. So curve and then circle. We need to make the diameter bigger. So I'm going to top-down view here in the Z-axis and scale it so it fits the table. And placing it down on the table in the Z-axis as well. We will now move the egg so it's above the circle that we just added, the curved circle, and it's time to pair it. So first we select the egg, then we select the circle, right click, we will go to parent object. So the circle is now parent, or the egg is parented to the circle. And if we rotate it in the Z axis, we can see that we have the results that we want. I will press I on the keyboard to insert a rotation keyframe, move up to frame 100, and then type -360 in the Z axis and press I on the keyboard. We now have 2 keyframes and the egg will travel 1 lap around the table. In the timeline we can right click, choose interpolation mode and linear. Now we will go into the graph editor mode and add a modifier for the Z rotation. And if you don't have these menu or options visual, you can just press M on the keyboard. I think it's M or N, or these options will pop up. So we will add a cycles modifier. And that's the results that we want. The egg will just continue to travel around the table indefinitely. Now we will create some tires for the egg. So I'm adding a cylinder and rotating it in the x-axis 90 degrees. Scaling it down, and also scale it down in the y-axis, so it's more of a tire shape. Shading smooth and enable auto smooth. Then there's the matter of placing the tire by the egg, so it looks good. And when you're done with the placement, jump into edit mode and we will model the tire a little bit. So we have a tire and a rim. I'm selecting both sides at once and using basic modeling techniques like I for insert, E for extrude, S to scale. And also extrude along normals, so it will be symmetrical on both sides. Adding a material for the tire, rubber material. I'm choosing almost black color with a little bit higher roughness in the principal BSDF shader. Now I'm selecting the rim in edit mode. Creating a new material, a bit darker gray color, and increase the metallic value to 1 and lowering the roughness value a bit. It's important then that you also press assign, so the material will be assigned to that part of the tire or the rim. Duplicating the tire and pressing duplicate and then on the X-axis, X on the keyboard, and placing it on the back of the egg. We now have 2 tires. And I'm pairing the tires with the egg. So first selecting the tires, then the egg, right click and parent to object. I'm rotating the front tire a bit so it looks better when it turns around. Adding a mirror modifier to the front tire. We will mirror it in the Y-axis and choosing the egg as a mirror object. Do the same thing with the back tire and selecting the egg as a mirror object. Applying the mirror modifiers. With the front tires, I'm jumping into edit mode and I will correct the right front tire. Just selecting everything and press R, so it's symmetrical. The tires are done and I'm pressing spacebar to see how it looks. Here we can see the scene in rendered preview mode. I'm using a HDRI background from polyhaven.com, and I've just added a sun. And here's an example of what you could do with this basic technique. Added a few more props to this scene and a little bit more animation. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it and good luck.